Plate number 3. Circulatory system and respiratory system. With the help of the plate in front of you, you can get to know the circulatory and respiratory systems of the human body. Feel the whole plate with both hands. On the right side of the plate, you can feel a circular area in which there are 3 distinctive objects. Feel them and note their different surfaces. They are components of the blood. Here they are shown in an especially large size, yet in reality they are so tiny that you can only see them under a microscope. Beneath this circular surface you will find the relief of a human figure, with strong lines covering its entire surface. In the left half of the plate, you will find a human body without the upper and lower extremities, which is shown as an orange relief surface. On this surface we will describe breathing and explain how breathing is related to blood circulation. In the bottom right corner, you will find a frame with a QR code. You can scan it with your mobile phone and listen to the description of these plates whenever you like. You probably already know that the circulatory system consists of blood vessels, and the heart. Let us start with the circular area on the right side of the plate to learn more about blood. Here you find 3 important blood components: the red blood cell, the white blood cell and the platelet. At the top is a round red object. This is a red blood cell, also called an erythrocyte. Its surface is smooth, and there is a hollow in the middle into which the round edges descend evenly. Unlike most cells, red blood cells do not have a nucleus and are much smaller than most human cells. Their job is to transport oxygen from the lungs to the tissues in the body with the help of hemoglobin, the red blood pigment that red blood cells contain. Below the red blood cells, to the left, is a blue round area that is covered with spikes. This is a white blood cell, also called a leukocyte. We call it white because it looks colorless under the microscope. White blood cells provide our system's defenses, our body's immunity, by fighting viruses, bacteria, and anything else that is foreign to our organism. On the right, below the red blood cell, you will find a yellow object with several pointed protuberances on its surface. This is a platelet or thrombocyte. Platelets are the smallest cells in the blood. Just like erythrocytes, they do not have a cell nucleus. Platelets are formed in the bone marrow. When they are activated, for example by an injury, bumps form on their surface. This allows them to stick together and form clots. The liquid blood then turns into an insoluble gel. In this way, it helps blood to clot and stop any bleeding. Now trace the relief of the figure under the circular surface. Identify the head, neck, upper extremities, torso, and lower extremities. A brown egg-shaped object stands out most clearly from the surface. This is the human heart and it is located in the chest cavity slightly to the left. You can also feel several branching lines all over the figure. The thicker, more prominent lines are red, and the flatter, less prominent lines are blue. The blood vessels distribute blood around the body like a complex system of tubes of different thicknesses. Depending on their function in the body, blood vessels are called arteries, veins and capillaries. Arteries, the red lines, carry blood from the heart; veins, the blue lines, carry blood to the heart; and capillaries are fine, thin-walled blood vessels that connect the arteries and veins. Let's look at the thicker red lines first. These are the arteries that carry blood away from the heart. Follow the thick red line from the heart downwards. This is the biggest and longest artery, it's called the aorta. It comes from the heart and distributes the blood throughout the organism. Lower down you will find 2 lines, 2 arteries, that continue into the lower extremities, the legs, of the figure, branching into narrower lines and ending above the foot. Return to the top of the heart, where you will also find 2 lines running right and left to the upper extremities, the arms, of the human figure. From here, another artery leads up to the head. Slightly lower down, you can feel blue branching lines on the surface of the figure. These are the veins that transport blood to the heart. What you have felt here, i.e. the arteries in red and the veins in blue, is what we call the human body's large blood circulation system. It is the circulation of blood between the heart, the organs, and the heart. Its purpose is to carry oxygen-rich blood from the heart throughout the body, thereby delivering oxygen to the organs and binding carbon dioxide and returning it to the heart. Now let's find out how breathing relates to the circulatory system. We connect the circulatory system with the respiratory system. The main function of the respiratory system is to supply the blood with oxygen and to remove carbon dioxide. The blood, in turn, is part of the circulatory system. Through the interaction of respiratory and circulatory systems, oxygen reaches all parts of the body. Trace the head on the left half of the plate, which shows the part of the human body without upper and lower extremities. The head is turned to the left, from your perspective. The small bump on the left side of the head is the nose. Behind the nose in the head, you can feel a deeper red area where the upper airways begin with the nasal cavity and the nostrils. A red line marks an area, the oral cavity, through which we can also breathe. The oral cavity leads down into a narrow, recessed area called the nasopharynx, through which air from the nasal cavity passes. Then the lower airways begin with the larynx. This is where the epiglottis is located, which prevents food from entering the larynx during swallowing, and where the vocal cords are located. Now the recessed red area turns into a pink line that stands out clearly from the plate. You can feel the trachea, which splits into two paths at the bottom, diagonally to the left and the right respectively. Each path leads to one of a pair of organs, the lungs. You can feel the left and right lungs as two rounded, large pink objects that protrude clearly from the surface of the relief. Beneath the right and left lungs, you can feel the bronchi, which belong to the left and right lungs. The bronchi open into the lungs and branch out into the bronchioles. The bronchioles lead to the air sacs, called alveoli, where gas exchange takes place. Now trace the egg-shaped white area further down on the plate. A brown egg-shaped object, the heart, protrudes from the center of this area. Next to the heart you can feel distinct lines that curve at the top and bottom into a rough surface formed by densely connected short lines. Towards the lungs is the small blood circulation, the pulmonary circulation between the heart, the lungs, and back to the heart. Its purpose is to carry oxygen-depleted blood from the heart to the lungs, where it is enriched with oxygen and returned to the heart. Below the heart, on the lower relief surface, the large blood circulation system is shown as an arch. It represents the transport of blood between the heart, the organs, and back to the heart. Its purpose is to allow oxygen-rich blood to enter the body from the heart, deliver oxygen to the organs, bind carbon dioxide and return to the heart. Now go back to the heart and examine it like a surgeon. Remove the movable part of the heart object so that you can examine this hollow organ from the inside. The heart is divided into two halves, the left half and the right half. Each half is divided into an atrium and a ventricle. So, we have the right atrium and the right ventricle, and the left atrium and the left ventricle. Between the atria and the ventricles are the heart valves. On the surface of the heart is a covering, the pericardium, or outer membrane of the heart. The strongest part is the muscle tissue, the muscular wall of the heart, the myocardium.